Greetings, people, and I'm here with another vinyl finds of all kinds. You know, people are asking me on a regular basis, and I can't blame them. Whatever happened to the vinyl purge you were going to do? And I'm still going to be purging vinyl. In fact, I've got a stack of records that I know I'm going to try to sell one way or another, maybe give some away, depending on what they are. And yeah, I'm still doing that. And I'm still trying to bring in less vinyl that's non-related to the Beatles. But there's certain artists, for whatever reason, or albums that I feel like I've got to have. Truth of the matter is, and I'm completely open and honest about it, I go with the flow. I go the way the wind blows, how I feel from one month to another. Sometimes I think I'll get rid of just about all vinyl that's not Beatles and just collect Beatles and solo Beatles vinyl only, and maybe a few other artists like Joan, Jett, and Tom Petty, and Elvis, and Dylan, or something like that. And other times I think, nah, maybe I'll just settle for CD listens with them. It's really tough. Hey, but you know what? Let's deal with in the moment. And in the moment, this is where I'm at. This is an album I've been looking for in really good condition, and I found it finally. I wanted the mono one, and here it is. It's Jefferson Airplane Surrealistic Pillow. This one is in really great shape with shrink wrap from 1967. And boy, I love the mono version of both White Rabbit and Somebody to Love on here. You know, these sound different. Sometimes mono versions versus stereo versions don't sound that really distinguishable from one another. This particular album does sound different. I just thought I would show you real quick the RCA Victor label with Nipper the dog on it. You know, Elvis's label, really. I got to tell you, though, I've always felt funny. It seems like Jefferson Airplane isn't really suited to a label like this, you know. Their kind of sound, I would expect them on Kama Sutra or something like that. It's weird to see when Jefferson Airplane is on the black RCA Classic label. I don't know, it just strikes me as kind of unusual. All right, next up we have this album here that I already have, you know, but I like this one because, honestly, it's in better shape than the one I had, I think, overall. The one I had wasn't in bad shape. This is David Jones, yeah, Davy Jones of the Monkees, and I love the sticker that says, "A Star of the Monkees," his first album. And I know Tim Allen out there was saying, well, this is probably not an original. It's probably a second press. I think it's a first press, to tell you the truth, Tim. I don't know, because it's on Coldpix, of course, but it looks like the first one. It looks like the real McCoy here, you know. Yeah, you know, as I say, the Monkees also, you know, I have Monkees albums, and I want to keep the Monkees albums. There's certain albums I can't let go of, folks, and no matter how much I might think to myself, oh, well, you know, I don't need this artist or that artist on vinyl. And I want to make it clear out there, some people misunderstand. Just because it's the Beatles and solo Beatles I'm primarily interested in collecting on vinyl, that doesn't mean that I'm not interested in listening to music by other artists on CD or otherwise. I'm just talking about vinyl obtaining, you know. And this is one that I had before, but I think this is now in a little better condition. I'm talking about in the USA, the first Who album, The Who Sings My Generation. This is a really nice copy of this album. And it's good to get an upgrade on this. You know, The Who on Decca. This is a great British group that in my life I was really kind of late in getting into appreciating. But, you know, I do appreciate them now. Okay, one of my favorites. I will not stop collecting her on vinyl. I mentioned her earlier, talking about Joan Jett. This is her first album, and this is a UK import. You can notice here, although it's upside down on this, it's a Gem Records import sticker. Hello, Matthew Street. He's very big on Gem. And yeah, this is a UK import. And it's got the title, Joan Jett, the original title. It's not the one that later came out as Bad Reputation with a reissue. Okay, and there's the back cover, which is different. And just to give you, again, the inside is cool. The inner sleeve. That's one side of the inner sleeve, really nice there. This is the one that we usually get to see on the back of the cover itself. Very nice. And I'm going to show you the label of this. It's the Areola label. Okay, there it is. Nice import. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to Joan Jett, I'm a collector, and it's not as insane to collect Joan Jett and her first band, the Runaways, as it is to collect the Beatles. I mean, there's not so much stuff. Where can I find where this goes now? There's not as much stuff for Joan Jett, obviously, to collect as there are for the Beatles. And I also talk about, when I'm saying Beatles, I also mean the solo Beatles as well. You know, Lennon, McCartney, Harrison, and Starr, when they go their separate ways, you know. All right, next up. Okay, this is pretty wild. You see, this is an example here of what I'm talking about when you get into vinyl, and you can't help the addiction of vinyl, which I proudly own up to. I'm proud of it. Peter and Gordon, Peter and Gordon, they did a bunch of songs that the Beatles gave them to do, and they did other songs too, of course. But I played one of these albums at my record store, and it sounded good all the way through. And I thought, guess what, folks? I picked up not one, not three, not five, but 6 Peter and Gordon albums, all for $8 a piece. $8 a piece in great condition. I think they're all shrink wrapped, but I think some of these are original shrink, and some of them are reshrunk. All right, but anyway, this one here, Peter and Gordon, Woman, that's a song written by Paul McCartney, not to be, confused with the song Woman that John Lennon did. This was a really beautiful song by Paul McCartney under the pseudonym of Bernard Webb. He did a song here because he wanted to see if it would sell without McCartney being on it, and it's a great song. Good job, Paul, on that one. This one here, Peter and Gordon, and the album is called I Go to Pieces. Really nice quality. I could have showed you the inside, but the inside, I'll show you. They're all the same labels, Capital. I'm not showing you them all individually, They're in nice, all of them are in nice shape. Very nice shape. Same Capital, rainbow swirl, black. Same style as the Beatles albums. I would say also, by the way, I think these are all mono copies that I'm going to show. Yeah, they're all mono copies. I don't know, mono, some of you could tell me, they're fold down mono, they don't mean anything, whatever. This one here, Knight in Rusty Armor. Knight in Rusty Armor. Yeah. Knight in Rusty Armor. I gotta stop. After like 100 and something videos of this, I think I'm gonna stop doing this. You'll just do this. All right, this one here I think is I think this is one of the original shrink wrap ones. It's got a sticker on it too for $3.74. True Love Ways, Peter and Gordon. There it is. They got a sticker there, the original. Save way price. Ta-da. Okay, this one I have. I'm pretty sure. I think I know I have this one already. This was in pretty good shape though. This one, yeah, and for cheap too. Nobody I know is on this with McCartney and Lennon. I Don't Want to See You Again. I already have a nice copy of the album World Without Love in really nice shape, so I didn't need to. That was at the store. I didn't need to get that. Finally, for this video, Peter and Gordon in London for Tea, and this is one that I definitely think is reshrunk. Believe I'm not deluding myself. I know sometimes you buy shrink wrap albums and they're probably reshrunk. This one I think is, especially when you see a lot of dirt and grime underneath. That's underneath the shrink, And this is a promo mark. Anyway, that's it for this edition. Again, just to wrap it up, I want to say, I reiterate what I said at the beginning, I guess. Folks, I really don't know what I'm going to do about the purge, how far it's going to go, how many things. These records I've shown here, most of them might wind up being purged themselves. Make room for other things. Eventually, I'm getting a bigger place. It may be a year, maybe 2-3 years, but whenever I do it, we're going to have bigger space for all this. So, anyway, have a good one.